Come on. Okay. Abba. Good afternoon to you, wherever you are. It can be a good evening depending on your time. Abba. Naya Sumya. This is your number one drive time show. And I'm your number one kinky driver. I'll be driving you through the next 2 hours, or probably an hour and a half. I'm your captain, Excellency, the microphone president, OG. Martinez, and the happy special Valentine to you. Some are saying belated, but I'm still in the Valentine. Kudos to all those who were able to make it last night. It was one of the blasts. Super mega duper. Truly elite. That was awesome. We are here today to educate as usual, and more of all to entertain. And today, very today, Sumia Abba. Okay, I hope you're ready because I'm ready to deliver, and I have my special acoustic super indefatigable. The panel members are here. And more to the point, today we have one special one in our midst. It has been just meal all the time. Today I'm blending it. I'm just going to make a very special smoothie for you. And I know you're going to enjoy it. Apostle Tinkrai, aka Papatike, is in the building. And also, I also have special Mama Esther Araba Mesa, aka Vice President, is also in the building. Abba. And I have His Excellency Bishop Dr. Alexander Edujemvi, aka Papa. Eba, no babe. Panarisumia. Apostle Memo Baba.
Yenya.
Apoma.
Pacho Yesu Adumara kwa.
And the waka, thank you.
Pacho, Maka, thank you. Maka, thank you.
Oh, yeah, sure. And
happy Valentine. Yeah, happy Valentine. If you're running,
I'm going to give you the chance to at least give some shout out, some Valentine's greetings to all your vowels. And this is why you're ready at the moment because it's just 30 seconds.
Okay. And yeah, first and foremost, my Valentine shout out goes to Irene Tutu.
You are thank you.
Yeah, my thank you, Mama. And then secondly, happy Valentine to Reverend Lady Gladys Edujemfi, my second bishop.
Yes.
And to all Olive Church International, all of them. All of them. Yeah. Happy Valentine to all of them. All of them.
I mean, all of them.
Yeah. And then thirdly, happy Valentine to all our viewers, all who have supported and contributed, bringing this program to this far. Wonderful. Happy Valentine to all of them. God bless them all.
Thank you very much, Apostle. Let me go straight to Sister Araba.
Yes.
Mama Esther. Mashatawana. Special Valentine greetings to all your loved ones.
I wish my better half Happy Valentine's Day.
Stop making people jealous. You better have Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, thank you.
And also, Happy Valentine's Day to all executive ladies
Wow.
out there.
Eze.
Higher we stand, and we are still standing.
Wow.
And Happy Valentine's Day to my church CAC all over, most especially White Plains Road. And Happy Valentine's Day to you too, OG.
Oh, thank you. You see, you know what? Ever since I was born, nobody has ever wished me Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh,
before.
really?
Thank you very much. You're the
You're
first
most
person to
welcome.
wish
Are
me.
you sure?
Thank you very much, Sister Araba. Let me go to my papa. Papa,
Yes, sir.
Happy Valentine.
Thank you.
Papa, did you say thank you today?
I said it, and I've already said Happy Valentine to my wife.
My God. Oh, yeah?
Mama
That's
Gladys,
beautiful.
wherever that you are, I believe you are watching. Happy Valentine again. And secondly, to the entire membership of BBT. Thirdly, all the Ghanaian Ministers Association. And all friends and family members, as well as our viewers. Happy Valentine to everyone. Amen.
Amen. And thank you very much, Bishop Dr. Alexander Edu Jimfi. All right, we are back here today, and today is going to be one of the most special days because we are talking about something wonderful, something beautiful, something very important, something very crucial in relationships, in marriages, in our daily lives. Okay, this program is by Kain Ketosi Edinkra Multimedia. We have a special program coming on your way. Last night was a blast. Was one heavy program you can ever admire and talk about. It was so much fun and so much loving. But then, Edinkra Multimedia bringing you something special on Mother's Day. Mother's Day, May 10th. Oh, it's going to be another special one. You can never afford to miss this. One thing I like about this program is like, Papa, I'm glad you're all married. You see, as soon as you get married, your wife become your second mother.
That's
Yeah,
Is that true?
that's true.
That's true.
That's true.
And as soon as you get married as a woman, you become a second mother to your husband. Is that true?
Yes.
Good. Yes. So I'm happy. So this is another second version of the Valentine Mother's Day. It's going to be very much fun. We have to come in our numbers. We are coming with our family this time. It's a family celebration, and we go like, let your mother know her value. That's how the whole thing is going to be. So if it's either your mom, your wife, or your husband, treat them as such. If you feel that your partner is really making or playing a role of motherhood, then you deserve to give them a treat. It's going to be just $80, and if it's a couple, it's going to be $150. And that one is going to coming up live on Maestro's Mate in the Bronx. Yes, it's a big place, nice place you can ever admire. It's going to be really lit. Seriously, yes. And we are. It's going to be fun. We shall talk more as we go by. We talk more about that. But then, let me let you know that today, the topic is about tolerance, tolerating things in your relationship, accepting them, just being able to let certain things go. Now there were some questions people were asking me when we talk about tolerance in marriage. Oh, come on. These days, I'm not going to be doing that, because if the person thinks he cannot change from what he's going to do, then it's better I quit. Let's quit the answer. Is that the option? Does it really help? Oh, some people too, one thing I hate about them is that no matter what you do, they don't seem to appreciate you. They're still going to go out. Oh, some people too, the fact that he did it for the first time, I forgave him or I forgave her, the person keeps repeating them. Tolerance. Is it really necessary in our relationships? That is what we're going to talk about. Intimate fan channel, and I'm managing them. And I do baby, I mean, some sa na say, me manage sa na no crowd in a bula. And a yatina say, will you be a chum with you? I know I fancy you're special to somebody. Okay, so We are back here to the studios, and once again, just enjoy this. I'll be right back. Apostle, are you ready to deliver?
Yes, please.
You are ready to deliver.
Yes, please.
When I ask this question, it reminds me of tomorrow's program. When I ask, are you ready to deliver? Then we go, my papa, my father.
Yeah.
Okay, tolerance. Mama Esther.
Yes, dear.
Are you ready?
Oh, I am.
To deliver?
Oh, yes.
But I didn't name papa.
Thank you.
We're going
Sanity.
I know I said Bonnie Gigi Clerk. Oh, you're top. Wow, you're guy. And I will share Bishop and the Apostle.
Hey, one bless.
Sandwich.
I've been heaven. You're very close to heaven. You're
Sanity.
Okay, Apostle.
Yes, sir.
Let's set the record straight. Now, tolerance in marriage or relationship. What at all is it? When we talk about tolerance, what do we mean by tolerance, and linking that to relationships?
Thank you very much. Tolerance, as we all know, it can be defined as an ability or willingness to tolerate something in particular, the existence of opinion or behavior which does not necessarily agree with you, does not necessarily agree with.
Let's take
I'll come back.
point,
Yeah,
because I'm making a note out of it.
Okay. Tolerance can be defined as an ability or willingness to tolerate something, in particular, the existence of an opinion or a behavior.
Behavior.
Yeah, which one does not necessarily agree with.
So it has to do with a disagreement.
Yeah.
But you have to let go.
Your behavior.
Yes. Okay.
Which one does not necessarily agree
with, but I have to tolerate.
I will tolerate.
Okay. Oh, do you have a different view? Let's see. Yes. Okay. What is tolerance?
I have my tolerance to explain it as is the most important fact for a happy marriage or relationship. It involves respect, acceptance, and also appreciation.
Accepting, respecting,
and appreciation.
Oh.
Yeah. It also helps couples communicate when they have different ideas of something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Bishop, are you here?
Yeah, I 100% agree with both of them.
Okay. 100% straight.
100%.
First call.
Tolerance simply means to endure,
to
tolerate, to stomach.
Okay.
Let me use common language.
To stomach.
Something.
Okay.
To put up, to bear, and to abide. About something unpleasant from your spouse. But for the sake of the marriage, you will let things go and desire to live with. Some also define it as tolerance as in marriage as loving your partner and accepting their differences or your differences with your partner, remaining humble to see to it that the relationship will go on. It's part of tolerance.
No, let me make some notes out of it. Can you please take it again, because I want to...
Okay. I'm talking about tolerance in marriage as loving your partner. Point number one. Accepting their differences.
Accepting the differences.
Differences, meaning that there are certain things you don't even agree with him or her. But for the sake of the relationship and the well-being of the marriage, you accept the differences. For information, there are certain things that your partner will do that you may not even like it.
Right.
But you don't want to just be so rigid to understand that. You still stand at wherever that you are. Eventually, it will not help the relationship. So you accept the differences so that the marriage will move on smoothly.
Okay.
And remaining humble.
Remaining humble. Thank you very much. That is Bishop Alexander Dujemfi, Esther Araba Mesa, and Apostle Tingran. No name bebo bera. Bia the grand. Shami grasama. Kwana miti. Da. It's a special one to all loved ones. And it's a special Valentine song to everybody listening to us right now. We are talking about tolerance today. And now I'm going to go to the next one. Does tolerance even play a role in relationships or marriages? And if it does, what are some of the roles that it plays, or what are some of the importance of tolerance in relationships or marriages? Abba, the importance of tolerance. Kida, kida, kasumami, kasheji. Baby, Abba, special Mother's Day celebration coming on your way. It's the super treat of a mother coming up on May 10th. Save the date right now. Put that on your calendar. Start working towards your $81.50, and that is going to be one of the best super mega duper. Let your mom know her value with your $80, $150. What do you say? Mama on the red carpet. Abosto, are you ready to deliver?
Yes, sir. Yes, boss.
Tolerance. Does it really play a role, or does it really have some importance in our relationships?
Tolerance, it does have a meaningful role to play in our relationships, in our societies, in our churches, in our homes.
All right.
It has a major role to play. Let me go back a little and say, there are types of tolerance, and there are 3 types of it. Yes, you have the limit dimensions of tolerance, and then you have the unilateral. And
limit
dimensions of tolerance.
Okay.
And then you have the unilateral kind of tolerance, and then you have the bilateral tolerance. These are some type of tolerance, at least that.
No, how you just don't tell me that and walk away with it. Please help me understand that, because I'm very, very confused right now. By tolerance, the unilateral, or whatever it is. Can you help us? Just break it down a little bit so we can understand you.
With the unilateral, that is what really sometimes do exist between 2 couples in marriage. Is that the union, the unilateral?
Okay.
And the bilateral ones are the ones that extends beyond borders.
Okay.
That the
So today we're talking about
we are talking about the unilateral one.
Okay.
Yeah, between 2 people, 2 married people.
Okay.
And the importance of it has a lot of importance. He said it places a vital role to establish peace and love from the smallest unit to the highest unit of our society or our marriages.
Okay, from the smallest.
So the smallest to the highest
okay.
of our marriages. Yeah.
Let's see.
And that yeah. And it also that is one. That is what I will say. The major importance of tolerance. Yeah.
Wow.
It places peace and unity.
Okay. It brings about peace and unity.
Bring about peace and unity.
All right.
From the smallest unit to the highest unit of our marriage or our society.
Thank you very much. Apostle TK. It brings about peace. Yes, it brings about unity. Now I'm going to move on to the boss lady, the vice president of Executive Ladies. Executive Ladies is one of the best associations you can ever have here in New York City, especially those in the Bronx. But let me tell you something. But when you talk about Executive Ladies, as the name connotes, that is one of the most unique associations you can ever join as a woman. It's only meant for women, as you can hear the name Ladies. And when you see them with your blue, pink, and white colors, Charlie, don't go there. Vice President.
Yes.
Esther Araba Mensah, aka YEM. Okay. Young does tolerance really have importance or important roles to play in our relationship, especially in marriages?
Yes.
Okay.
It does.
What are some of them, if you don't mind
some
sharing?
Some of them is, accepting each other faults
Okay.
and how to go about it.
All right.
Because let's put it this way, it's two people coming from different angle
Right.
and coming to live under the same roof.
Umbrella. Okay.
So everybody have their differences.
Perfect.
So in order to have a perfect relationship and also a peaceful marriage, because as time goes on, you're gonna have kids, and things that you would do that I don't like or I don't know, we learn from each other.
Perfect.
We always say that we date before we get married or we get to
Know
live
each
with
other.
somebody. But when you're living in the house with somebody, that's when you get to know who you're really living with, and things that you can take and things you cannot take.
Okay.
So to me, it is a big and a major role that each and every couple should have tolerance in them in order to have a beautiful relationship.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So to have a beautiful relationship, to have a perfect move, a smooth running of your relationship, we need to tolerate each other, especially each other's nonsense. My words in quotations, each other's nonsense. I believe I'm not.
Oh, it's cool. Move.
Yes.
It's permissible.
I have the license to move.
Yeah, you move on. It's permissible.
We are still reminding you that All White Boat Ride comes on your way July 3rd, and it's still organized by Edigra Multimedia. You might be actually relieving you from your stress. So this coming summer is a apai. Bishop.
Yes, sir.
Alexander Adujavi the Great. Are you ready to deliver?
By the help of God.
My God. Bishop.
Yes, sir.
Let me start with you this way. Have you ever in your life tolerated something in your relationship? I'm talking about your marriage life. Something that you never wish that you would have given up if not for maybe marriage or for love. Have you ever encountered that?
100%.
100?
Yes. Other than that, you are not a human being.
Oh, yes.
Any marriage, irrespective of being a pastor, irrespective of being a pastor,
You
we
encountered
were
that.
all raised up from different background. And a tree that has taken 10 years to bend, you can't take one day to straighten it.
Okay. So you have tolerated.
I have tolerated certain things in my marriage. My partner has also tolerated certain things in the marriage. The main focus is to see to it that we'll have a successful marriage and raise up the kids. I will never come and stand on this media and say I'm saint. My wife have never offended me. Never offended. The real meaning of offense is about breaking the law.
Right.
Marriage has a law.
Right.
Even when you get angry, you fight, you get so many other things. It's breaking the law.
Right.
But the good news is that as long as none one of us had walked out of the relationship,
You are
we settle.
tolerating.
We tolerate our differences.
That's right.
And we are moving on for the sake of one, the union, and for the sake of our children.
Oh.
So when you ask me, it has a lot of importance. First and foremost, it has. If you are in a relationship and you don't build this kind of virtue, you can never live with anybody under the same roof for a year or 2 years or 3 years and beyond.
Wow.
If you don't have the spirit of tolerance, you can never live. Even in ministry, there are certain things people will do that is against your wishes. Friendship, relationship. It takes tolerance for someone to be in your life for 10 years.
Oh, yes.
Alaba can be in my life for 10 years and beyond. It is only tolerance. Without tolerance, there are certain things I will not.
Let me. I'm not cutting you short.
Yes.
How many years of marriage experience do you have?
Exactly 20 years last October.
20 years. Thank you. How many years, Araba?
10.
10. Apostle?
18.
18. So Yashishan Oh, good. I'm glad.
Over 20 years now.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. I have over 15 years, but I'm still fighting. Okay, back to you, Bishop.
So when you ask me the importance
of tolerance,
at times people don't know. Tolerance doesn't mean you are weak in the marriage. Let me repeat this. Tolerating your partner doesn't make you weak.
Okay.
But if I'm not afraid, I will tell you, you are the strongest. Because you are seeking the well-being of the relationship. Number one, a major importance of tolerance is that it allows your marriage to last. Anybody who can tolerate his or her partner, I give you 10 years, the marriage will not last. That is the reason why. It's not money that makes marriage last. It's tolerance. That is the reason why the highest divorce rate is found in what? Hollywood. Yet a millionaire marrying another millionaire. How should even that marriage collapse? But one cannot tolerate each other.
Okay.
That is point number one. Number two, tolerance builds character in us. If you are able to tolerate your partner, don't think you are weak. It's building character in you. It builds one, patience. It builds stamina. It builds steadfastness. It builds endurance. Because if you can tolerate your partner, it helps you to be more matured. And stamina, it helps you to be able to stomach something.
Okay.
Something that you should have voiced out. I just want to tolerate, so that the well-being of the marriage will go on. Number three, tolerance in marriage at times prove your love for your partner. If I can tolerate you, it means that I love you.
I love you. Oh.
People that you are tired and you can't tolerate, you want to walk out of the relationship.
Right.
So if I can still contain whatever that you are doing, it means that I still love you and I respect you. So people who tolerate, it proves your love in the relationship. Number four, tolerating in marriage again also help us to gain root in the marriage. Because you will never be matured in a relationship if you don't know how to tolerate a person.
So tolerance leads to maturity.
Maturity.
Okay.
Because you see the weaknesses, the shortcomings of your partner. Something that you don't like. You are stomaching all these things. A time will come, you'll be so matured. I remember.
A true example, a vivid example.
When mothers grow in marriage after giving birth and going through all these endurances, even in marriage, and they grow and they start giving birth, Alaba had grown, Alaba wanted to marry. Happened to meet a man who had been beating her. And then Alaba will say that, I don't like the marriage again, I'm good. When you pack your stuff and go to your mother, as soon as you get there, mother will tell you, sleep. The next day, especially I'm talking about in Africa, the mother will take you back to the man again. Because what you are going through now, you are going through over 40 years ago. Okay. So he has tolerated all this. That was the reason why he was able to live with your father. So anytime you come with a problem to any parents of you, anyone that comes with any problem, when your parents see you, they are laughing because they have seen this 40 years ago, 30 years ago. And they were able to tolerate. That's why your father and your mother are still alive, are living as married couples.
I see.
They have gone through worse than yours. And even with theirs, it was a slavery. With ours, what did they say? But with theirs, it was a slavery. Man was entitled to marry 2 or more, 3 more.
And you have to tolerate.
And you have to tolerate.
You have to accept it by all means.
Accepting this, and the worst part is that all the wives are living in the same house. With ours, our current one, even if we're in our garden and anywhere near, you can't even handle it.
That's right.
The wife can't handle it. Alaba can't handle it.
No, I can't.
Let alone living in the same house. And no other than him.
And sometimes you may feel like having that person, the person is, you watch the person move to another room.
I'm talking about all the, and yet that taught us tolerance to understand, our mother's tolerance to understand that there's nothing that you do that they cannot even stomach and endure. So tolerance is very, very important. Not only that, it enables us to hold on. When you have the spirit and that kind of virtue of tolerance, you are able to hold on. Even when we are tired, we are hurt, and we feel that we can't go any further, tolerance will give you a new strength to hold on and give one chance.
Wow.
And that helped our mothers even to raise us. Because of all what our fathers took them through. But because of tolerance, me manage school ninti, me manage this ninti, share the papa me manage that ninti, and that brought us to where we are now. if my mother had walked out, do you think at that time it was only the fathers who were working at that time, and women were more or less like a gawu former. If you are not able to tolerate certain things, who is going to take care of your children even in school? But by the mercies of God and the grace of tolerance, our mothers were able to endure all this so that we will have a better future. Likewise, if we can also focus on that and do that for our children will have a better future. Wow. And that is the reason what we are lacking our generation to understand that Alaba cannot tolerate me. I cannot tolerate Alaba. And as a result, when two elephants fight, it is the grasses that suffers. So our kids are suffering. And that has caused all those teenage pregnancies and all these things. Because now you alone cannot take care of the children. And because of you two, I'm not ready to take care of the kids. And it's who is suffering now? Our kids. Let me add one more, then I bring it to a close.
Okay.
Why do we need to tolerate? When you learn how to tolerate, it allows you to overcome every situation. Because it has built character in you that there's no situation that you cannot withstand it.
Right.
No matter the challenges that you go through, tolerance will give you the grace. It allows you to endure. And above all, it makes your marriage go on. The last but not the least, it takes the tolerance for you to be able to communicate with your spouse when there are differences between both of you. Right. Have you know that you can live at the same house with a partner that because of misunderstanding. But it takes tolerance for me to let go of everything and go back and say, honey, and let's communicate on other issues and put the other one aside. People who can't tolerate will not even go any further and communicate until we solve that problem first.
So true.
So tolerance is very, very important in marriage to keep any relationship going.
Thank you very much, Bishop Dr. Alexander Edujemfi, coming on your way with his submissions on importance of tolerance in marriage. Yes, we are here, and I know you are enjoying today's lesson, today's edition of the Drive Time Show. This show comes on your way this and every Saturday, 1 p.m. sharp GMT. That is New York City time. And those in Ghana, you'll be enjoying it from 6 p.m. And those in Nigeria, you'll be enjoying it from 7 p.m. And that's how it goes. So China, I know China is AM is about 2:26 in China right now, and you're also enjoying a Sunday. Sorry. So keep enjoying and keep watching the Drive Time Show. Apostle.
Yes, sir.
Let me come to you straightforward. You have been married for the past 18 years.
Yes, sir.
What are some of the things that happens in marriages that you've been tolerating? Or some of the things, being a pastor, I know people might come to you, report to you certain things, certain occurrences, some examples of some tolerated behaviors or attitudes. What are some of them? I just need some examples. Especially the most reported ones.
The most reported ones, especially, comes from the men where their women are not submissive. The women that they are married to are not submissive. When the women are not showing respect, they talk, their women talk back. Their women try to, overrun them or to rule them, so to say, to dictate the pace in the marital context, whereby the man is the head and the woman tries to overcome. In these areas, in my life, in the ministry, and as a pastor, and even as a married man, I have seen this very often in relationships, most relationships. And so this is the particular area that one needs to be tolerant. But before one can tolerate all this, one needs to be up level-headed person. That is why when he was said, Bishop was citing his examples, he made before one will be tolerant, you need to be knowledgeable. That's why he said, having gone through all the experiences. So most of the time, we often say experience is the best teacher. Because those who have advanced in years and have advanced in certain experiences can tell better, can give good and better advisors. Because why? They have gone through, they've passed through, or they've gained some knowledge. So you cannot be a tolerant person in marriage without having gained much and deeper knowledge concerning marriage and concerning who you are engaged with in the marriage.
True.
Most of the time, because two different people are coming from two different backgrounds altogether. That is when and how you need to study and know the tribe, their culture, his or her educational background, his or her religion, the way he or she was brought up, the kind of parents or guidance who raised him or her up. Having had information about all this, it will help one enough to be tolerant and to be able to be able to contain the spouse in the rare situations whereby your spouse, your wife, is not being submissive and is trying to control or dictate the pace to you all the time.
Thank you very much, Apostle TK. The chronic me, baby, come here and zoom in. See if you need them, need them more than fun. No penny, now, my amano. What was your crime about it? Oh, neither am it go, neither am it papa. You see, Abba. As I said, what me here now, you be a banner peddy man and now be money peddy man. What is tolerating somebody is the best way to express your love. Buying all the cars and buying all the houses and all that gifts are part of them, no, but they are compliments. Making the person feel so special is a way of expressing your love to the person. So special one to you. This is my Valentine message to all my viewers, my listeners, and all that. Just enjoy. This is the Drive Time Show. Miss Araba, Esther, Yolo, Eze.
Haya.
Okay, give me some examples. Some of the examples. I want to have some more examples. Some most reported examples of issues or occurrences of some kind of behavior that usually happen that people should tolerate. That is likely or possible, especially to somebody who hasn't even been into a relationship or marriage and is yet to go. So those people could be aware of that. What are some of the examples?
Okay. What I would say is like Bishop
Apostle.
Obey
Bishop by next year.
Oh, sorry. From what he was saying, like the complaints coming from the men that the women are not being respectful and they being, they want to be the bosses. Right. Let me put it that way. It all depends what's happening and how we're gonna handle it.
Okay.
Like the Bible says, the man is the head of the house.
Okay.
And we have to be, submit to them. But as we're treating the topic as tolerance, like I said, we all coming from a different angle.
Okay.
There are certain things that we've seen in our various homes, and we're bringing it to our relationship to think that it will work for us. But something that worked for you might not work for me.
Okay.
So in this way, when the man or the woman is doing something that you think you don't like it, to me, everything is approachable. It's how you go about it. Women, no matter how we yell, we talk, everything, we still have to remember that the men are the head of the house.
It's so true.
You can never be the head. If you want to take the responsibility of the man, it's a very big one. Because any house where there's no man in that house, the house collapses. Because you need the strength of a man to build your home. Certain stuff that you can tolerate from other your partners. Like for instance, some people can have argument based on using the toothpaste.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll put it this way: if I go to the bathroom to use the bathroom, the sink to brush my teeth, and I see that my husband was there, and I see any spots over there, I come out like,
Why didn't you clean? let me feel how you go about that. No, just go straight. I want to original. Let's act.
Yeah, because
How do you go about that?
When the kids are in the house.
No, use your husband.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Okay.
using him. But when the kids are in the house, I watch the ways and means I speak to him.
Okay.
Because whatever I'm doing is what they're seeing, and then that's what they're gonna, practice when they grow up. But when it's two of us, I come out in a certain way that he will know that it's, annoys me to see it.
Okay. Take it like the kids are not there. It's you and him. How do you do the approach? Let me feel on it. I want to know how it goes.
Oh, gee, don't put me in that corner.
Okay.
So you talk about it, and but as time goes by, you become used to it, and each other work with it. Then you have a perfect household, like to tolerate. That's what we're talking about, to tolerate. Because I live with my stepmom, and even every day you have to go around and clean and everything. So I'm so used to it that when I come to the house and I see something not what it's supposed to be, I will not even put my bag down. I'll start, cleaning up. And I'll go straight to him that you can't live like this.
Right.
But it's something that I've come to understand that it's part of him.
That's right.
So I have to deal with it by, start cleaning up myself and, letting him also do it little by little. And I know we will get there. And it's all tolerance.
It's all part of tolerance. That is it. Bishop, I need some examples from you.
I believe they've given most of the examples. Some of the other examples of tolerance, even in marriage, is when you are going somewhere with your spouse, the time that he's supposed to finish, it's past 30 minutes and beyond, and you are still sitting in the car waiting. And I may bow. At times, you get angry.
Unnecessary delays.
They could be one of the major factors. They get long time to get this thing ready.
And at dressing times, the makeup takes time and all that.
Certain friends that you don't want your partner to associate yourself with. It could be your wife, it could be your husband. And you keep telling him or her. And it's still
doing the same thing.
Doing the same thing.
She can avoid them.
That's right. At times. But to you, not that you don't want your partner to take friends, but you want quality and healthy friendship.
Okay.
People who impact good things into the life. How would you feel if let's even assume I'm a woman, and my husband go out with this man, and anytime this man come and pick up my friend, my husband, he's going out to drink with my husband.
Person, yeah.
How would you feel? Do you want your partner your husband always to be friend that person? Any woman will not allow. Whenever I come from work and I'm always drunk, or whenever I tell my wife I'm going outside with Joe, and by the time that I'll come back, I'm always booze. It continues 3-4 times. The woman wouldn't want you to work with that person. That's one point of it. And not only that, repeated mistakes at times get us angry, but we tolerate it. And of disobedience to our advices. At times you tell your partner, your wife, or certain thing, he will not even take it until he has gone and hit the rock. Then he comes back again. At times it's very painful, but for the sake of ministry and the well-being of the children and the well-being of the marriage, you tolerate it. And above all, laziness could also be one part that at times you will also tolerate. Get up to do this, get up to do that, get up to do this. Some are not responsible on certain issues. It could be a man or a woman. When you are in such a relationship, according to your background, where you are coming from, like what my sister said, the way at times we are trained up so hard working, we the one that live with someone. When you go and marry with someone who is that about, at times you could see that you are going through hell.
Right.
Because all his life or her life, he had never even got up from bed even to wash her clothes. And marrying such a person, and you too, you were also living with someone that you have been trained very hard to work hard. You wash everybody's destiny, including your father, your mother, and everybody else before it comes to your turn. With such a person, when it comes to working hard, double or triple, but there are others, even one job 6 I would define it very hard. So living with such a man, living with such a woman, without taking some responsibility at times, it's quite hurting. But there are certain things for the sake of the benefit of the marriage and where we want to go. We allow all these things just to forgo so that at least we work things out. Rome was not built in a day. You can't take, as I said it earlier on, a tree that has taken 1,000 years to bend. You can't take one day to straighten it.
That's right.
So you have to tolerate so that both of you coexist. For where there's no tolerance, there will never be coexistence. You can't sit with a woman on the same roof when you can't tolerate him or her.
Thank you very much, Bishop Alexander Edu Gyamfi, also came on our way with his side of submission. Oh, okay. Now we are going to talk about the effects, some consequences. Just in case I can't tolerate what you're doing. Just in case I can't take what you say. Just in case I can't accept certain lifestyles, certain behaviors. You don't even wake up early in the morning. You don't even talk about my beauty, how I appear after dressing. You don't give me compliments. You don't tell me when I'm at fault. You snore too much. You are too close-fisted. Frugality. And this no my way you want me to tolerate. Na sano mentimi anya. What do I do? What happens? What are the effects? The consequences? The my enre say oh my ready. Apostle.
Yes, sir.
My boss is here.
Okay.
Just in case I'm not able to tolerate, what are the possible consequences of my intolerance?
One, it brings up tension between the two people.
Oh, okay.
Two, it also produces coldness, withdrawals. One will withdraw from the other. Sometimes it leads onto one not talking to the other. Right. That's what I mean by the coldness. And it brings frequent quarrels between the two.
Unnecessary conflicts.
Unnecessary conflicts.
Okay.
3, it steals happiness out of the relationship. You'll be living, but there'll be no happiness. There'll be no peace.
Ooh.
4, it makes it difficult for love to be demonstrated, or for one to express his or her love towards the other one.
Wow. Thank you. You're flowing. Okay, Apostle. So see, as I'm hearing my titles, once you say with star, you become a star.
Yeah.
So yes, I said now I am an apostle too. Yes, I was ordained last year by Bishop Alexander Edu Gyamfi.
Amen.
Just in case you don't know, this is a breaking news. So when you already say, okay, you're shocked. Miss Araba Esther Mensah.
Yes.
Some consequences of my intolerance, or if I'm not able to tolerate what my partner does. What are some of the possible effects?
Some of them could be what do you call it? Confusion. And also
create confusion.
It creates confusion. It creates disrespect.
Okay.
And it also creates unhappiness. and it can also have even effect on the kids as well. I always bring the kids because they are part of the relationship.
Yeah.
And it also can bring, unlikeness. In order to even
Unlikeness,
go
interest.
close to the person. You don't even want to see them around you. You so excited when they're not around, even in the house. But the moment they come in, that tension
irritating.
exactly comes in, and it makes you very uncomfortable.
Oh, uncomfortability too.
Uncomfortable, yes.
Oh, I never knew. I learned something today. Okay. Woni makuma mi himampa kwabena na kache mi no we no. So did you know that intolerance could lead to confusion, misunderstanding, and also can even lead to lack of interest in the person. Okay, Mamingo, very soon I'll be taking some messages from Facebook. So if you have some messages to read for us as a contribution, you can put your messages down. After Bishop's delivery, I'm going to read some comments from Facebook, and or Araba will be doing the comments, the reading for us, since she's our new thing, boss. All right, Bishop.
Yes, sir.
Alexander. Anytime I'm going to say your name, I'm going to break your name into pieces. So whichever one I say, I like the way you say yes sir. So I would like you to say yes sir after every name. And finally you will say thank you. Bishop.
Yes, sir.
Alexander. Doctor. Edu. Oh, Bishop won't come on in here. Papa. Intolerance. Side effects, or if I fail to tolerate my partner, what are some of the possibilities of some possible consequences?
It has a lot of negative effects. Number one, it causes one to overreact to every trivial thing one spouse does.
Overreaction.
Something that you shouldn't have said back because you can no longer tolerate him. Any trivial thing, the way you overreact. And the other way I mean, say.
Right.
At times you can even see that what you did, you don't deserve. Your partner should have said that. But because it's up to the truth, he or she can no longer even tolerate anything. At times they end up overreacting.
True.
Number two, it causes one to easily get irritated by every little word because they have a hidden agenda already. Number three, it brings disagreement between the two on any issue.
Okay.
Number four, it causes one to retaliate with rude comment to the hot words of your spouse.
Wow.
Disrespectful comment because you can no longer take it. You reply your partner with rude. And number five, as my brother said, the marriage become highly tensed and hostile. There's no peace. You guys become enmity. There's a big hostility between the two. And number six, when you are intolerant towards your spouse, it intrudes into his or her personal space. You just want to find out because you are trying to, instead of seeking for the well-being of your partner, you are always seeking for mistakes. Intolerance will never allow you to see the good side of your partner. You always focus on the negative side of your partner. And it's not a good thing. How can you be living with a man or a woman? Always, it blinds your eye from the good that the person does. And open your eyes for every trivial thing that the person does. And it forces you even to look and intentionally searching for mistakes and weaknesses so that you can capitalize on that. So either to drive the person out or you the person leaves. When you are intolerant in your marriage, it causes you to acknowledge the good qualities. You concentrate on finding fault, and it's not a good thing. And the remaining ones, I believe my brother and my sister has said it, bring the tension between the two. and it takes away the peace from the relationship. Bring coldness, and eventually you don't feel like staying with him or her in the same shelter.
Good.
You don't feel like. Anytime you see him, there's revival. And the worst part is that you can never be on your own self whenever you see your spouse. Intolerant people, they are not vulnerable. When they see you right now, they will behave, they are fine, but they are not fine.
Oh, okay.
In other words, they are not of themselves.
Okay.
They give you something that they are not.
So
just to prove a point.
Even bringing some pretense.
That's right.
Okay.
Intolerance is very bad thing. For someone to live with his or her spouse openly and be able to say anything, intolerance will not allow you to say certain things. You always, even when any word that is coming out of your mouth, you mark your ways, your grammar and your sentences, so that because if you are careful, if you are not careful, what will come out of your mouth
will affect the other.
Will always factor something. So always you are not of yourself, and it's not a good sign to live in a relationship. The effect is so bad that causes some people, even when they close from work, some men would rather prefer staying somewhere else with friends and come home and sleep at night, because one cannot tolerate the other. Intolerance also can cause a woman not to be cooking at home, on so many other things. It has negative effect. It's very bad. It's one of the major reasons why some men or women will not sleep with their partners. He can't tolerate you.
Oh, wow.
It brings the bad side of your partner towards you. It makes your marriage bitter instead of better. And it allows one to endure instead of enjoying. Marriage was meant for us to enjoy, but one will go through enduring the relationship that they are in. Because of what? Intolerance. Let me end here so that at least.
Thank you very much, Bishop Alexander Edu-Gyamfi. I really appreciate your comments. Keep your comments coming. You're going to take the comments on Facebook. I hope Araba you scroll up and let's go. It's a month of love and it's a time of love. It's a Valentine's Day. That was yesterday, but we're still celebrating it because we couldn't meet yesterday. So all the tracks I'm playing is for you. Nobody but you. Ms. Araba, if you're ready, let me know.
Yes, I am.
Okay, are you ready to roll?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's go.
We have Patient Anthony saying greetings. And Masolosa is watching. DJ Jam is watching. And Patient says safe driving, boss. As she said, you are the
the kinky driver.
It says save London from this flight. Margaret watching from London.
Thank
Joyce, favored bar, Prophet OG.
My
I
God.
salute you.
I'm in the spirit.
And we have Mrs. Helena Nana Tinkrine. That's what I know.
Yes. That's the president of the executive ladies. President, thank you for watching.
Yes, she's watching. We have Cynthia Marfo watching. And Nana Helena said, good point, Bishop. And Gifty Siedu is also watching. Melody Catch
Korea.
Yeah, said character. Cynthia also said, I've been married for 20 years now.
Oh, wonderful.
On
Congratulations.
the 12th was our anniversary.
Oh, congrats.
Congratulations,
Just
Cynthia.
3 days ago. Cynthia Ubujuma.
And Patient Anthony also said, congratulations, dear. I celebrate with you. Araba, God bless you, sis. From Cynthia. Joyce favored by said, it gives you patience. Helena said, very
if
true.
You can tolerate.
If you can tolerate, it gives you patience.
It's true.
And again, she wrote, I strongly believe in tolerance or endurance in marriage, but to create to a certain level. If your life is at stake, please seek help or give such partner space. It is appointed to a man to die once, not two. Life is sweet, that's what she's saying.
Okay.
Eunice is watching. Kwabna Jessie is watching. And my own little sister Mary is watching.
Thank you very much, Sister Mary, and all those that are watching, and keep your comments coming. This is the time. I think somebody just dropped a new one.
Yes.
Could you read that, and we could go?
From Patient
Atito.
Yeah. Love and caring come before submission. When you are loved daily by your partner, you don't care even to lie or on the floor.
Yeah, on the floor.
On the floor for your partner. Intolerance causes bitterness, which can turn to hate.
Good point.
Let your spouse feel special. Let your lover feel so special. This is a special one to all married ones. I can't let you go, no matter the situation. But hey, the next question. Must we tolerate everything that we do in our relationships? Yes. No. Why? Okay, are you ready for me? Come on. Okay. It's a special one to you, all those viewers and listeners. And for your information, this program is live on YouTube as well at Dinkra TV NY. At Dinkra TV NY. So those of you, if you are not on Facebook, you can also watch us live on YouTube channel at Dinkra TV NY. NY for New York City. Must we tolerate everything? This question, I like one like straightforward answer, yes or no, before we come to talk about how to deal with that. I was though.
Yes, sir.
I salute you.
I salute you, sir.
Must we tolerate everything?
Yes, we must tolerate everything in marriage.
Thank you. Miss Esther Araba.
Yes.
Must we tolerate everything in our relationships or marriages?
No.
No. Thank you. Now it's getting more interesting. Now I have the referee, the judge. Cancel. Must we tolerate everything in our relationships or marriages? Just one.
He said yes.
Uh-huh.
He said no. Let me take the combination of two. Yes and no. It's no. But there are certain things you cannot tolerate.
Okay.
If I use the word, even if you're a Christian,
you can't tolerate.
Typical example. This is my wife, and I'm a pastor, and he's also going out with another person. Should I tolerate this?
Okay.
Well, mine was in a clause. Yes or no.
Okay, Nana.
Yeah.
Okay, he has come back to my team. Yes or no.
Yeah, because
don't change your mind.
I won't change my mind. I will defend my cause.
Yes, that is
yes,
interesting.
very good.
Let's go.
Let me defend the cause.
Depending
Yes.
on the issue.
Yes, let me defend the cause. Yes.
Yonko.
One, before one will enter into marriage, one must have that understanding that it is a union, a lifetime union. The one who instituted that union gave specifications as to how to go out of it. And so if what you are going through does not fall beyond that or within that limit, you are supposed to remain in it and tolerate.
That's right.
That is why when we are going out, you should be a level-headed person, especially in marriage. That is why in the olden days, it was older people who were getting married. You be advised.
You get experience.
You get experience before you go into it. And in our time
it's
also,
a journey of no return.
a journey of no return. And in our time also, marriage is something that before one gets into it, one must be knowledgeable concerning it. But unfortunately, we don't treat that. We prepare just for 3 months and then get into it. And then later on, when we start facing challenges, that we wanting to come out of it. Yes, you should tolerate in the sense that when you are knowledgeable concerning what is going on, that is where it produces patience comes in here. The word tolerance itself has been used popularly by politicians, but if we bring it in the religious circles, that's what we say patience is much needed. Because without patience, it's mentioned already, you won't get anywhere. You break up somewhere in the middle of the road. When you are knowledgeable and know the reason why he or she is doing that, you will be patient enough to push in much education to be able to come out successful. You don't just jump.
You are convincing me.
Yes, you don't just jump into it and say, I am coming out of it. You need time, that is the patience, to educate your spouse on what he or she is doing. Because tolerance alone, the definition of it alone is that when you disagree, but not just disagreeing to quit, but disagreeing to work out to the time that you have that conformity.
You're convincing me.
Yes.
You see, she wants to change her mind now.
You see, so you stay, you remain in it. You give you educate your spouse on those issues, and then you wait patiently. You press it on gradually. That makes you a tolerant person. That makes you a level-headed person in the union. Because you just cannot just come out and say, because we are doing this. It is not although it's not a contract. When you talk about marriage, it's not a contract that you do this, you do that, and remain. You refuse to do this, you refuse to do that, I quit. No.
Okay, yeah, Balmo, so what is here? Yes, Namin Kacho is here. This is Adinkra Radio, your number one, second to none. This is the Kinky Drive Time Show, and I am your driver, His Excellency the Microphone President OG. And today, as you're enjoying the show, you can feel the vibes coming out from the able man and a special woman, and they are delivering. I know in America, Joe said, "Won't me for feeling to baby." I just said in Graham, go and say, and every Saturday, one of the most outstanding programs you can ever enjoy. This and every weekend. Make a time, save a date, make a time with us. This and every Saturday. And also live on Facebook and YouTube as well. You can also download our apps and be listening to us wherever you are. Even if you're at work, you can download the app at Dinkra Radio NY from your Play Store and App Store. And we are also telling you that come May 10th is the Mother's Day special treats. And I know you are not going to just look at your mommy, go buy some plantains and cook. No, that's not a cooking day for mommies. Please, it's the day for the family to hang out around their mothers. Your wife can be your mama. Your husband can also be a father, a mother as well. You see, sometimes too, some men also tend to be women, not because that they don't know their duties, but for the sake of the love they give you, the support they give you, the care that they give you makes them mothers. So what is here? Mr. Rabba, Obi cause the confusion, ma. Okay. Okay. You said no. He said yes. Are you ready to defend?
Yes.
Lawyer, attention. I don't want to cause confusion, but I just want to know, why do you say no? We shouldn't tolerate everything. There are certain things that are tolerant and others are intolerant. Why do you say no?
The reason why I said no, as Bishop Adujemfi was speaking earlier, he made a certain statement that in the olden days, our parents endure certain things that we being the kids, we saw it and it wasn't pleasant. That, for instance, your dad, if your dad is abusive or have so many wives and paying attention to one particular home than the other home, and knowing that maybe your mom is the first wife or being the second or third wife, and if you don't get the attention that a father's supposed to give to the kids, you see it. But the parents always say, "Me maninti," because of my children, I'm gonna endure it. But in these days, no, it's very hard to contain that. To see a man that you married to. And let me put it this way. We all want to get married to a God-fearing man or woman in order to have peace. Because when you both understand God, it's good to bring, unity, and you can endure certain things, because that eventually, your partner will change. But somebody who don't know God, it's hard to deal with. And in certain things, like if that person is drug addict, drinks, womanizer, or doesn't take care of the house, doesn't respect you, speak to you anyhow in public, even in front of your kids, in front of your friends, making you feel like you are nobody, it's hard to, tolerate it. You might say, okay, it's gonna work. I'm gonna try. You keep talking to the person. Don't do it. I get embarrassed when you talk to me like that in front of people. I get embarrassed in front of the kids. Because sometimes the kids, when the dad is there, they cannot voice out. But they see it. They go close to the mother and ask, Mommy, why? You have to explain certain things to the kids to understand. And some of them, they started, building up hatred for that partner who's creating that confusion in the house. So that's why I say no, it's not everything that you have to tolerate.
Okay.
You will try to work it out. But certain things, no, it's not.
So what happens if I try, first of all, to tolerate, it doesn't sit, or it doesn't work out, and I try to work it out, still it doesn't kind of cooperate? What do I do?
Okay, I know that you have pastors, you have man of God, you have a church that you go to.
What if I'm
And
not a
it's
Christian?
not every man of God is a man of God.
What if I'm not a Christian?
If you're not a Christian, as being a human being, you will sit down, analyze yourself, and ask yourself, what is making this person do what he or she is doing?
Okay.
Is that something that I'm doing, bringing this attention, that I need to change? If you think it's not that, and you think the person is just being themselves, then
I'll buy bullet for you for your answer.
Okay, before you go
To Bishop,
to Bishop,
you have 30 seconds.
yeah, this falls within the characteristics of tolerance. It goes with listening. It goes with respect. You listen to the person, as I said earlier on, why he or she did what she's doing.
Right.
And then, although you disagree, you still show respect. And the end result will be patience.
Wonderful.
And with these three things, then you'll be able to come out achieving your purpose, or the goal of the two coming from a different background to work out that lifetime journey that the two of you are embarking on in marriage. So you need to listen, to be respectful, and then patience, and be ready to teach.
Thank you. 30 seconds is due. Thank you very much. Bishop.
Yes, sir.
Araba is so happy. Why?
because I've seen what people are posting here.
Some comments are coming, right?
Yes.
Can you read them before Bishop takes over, please?
Okay, so Helena says, I agree with Patient. Like Patient made a point,
Okay.
and she agrees with it.
So people,
We
as
have-
we are teaching here, people are also teaching on the Facebook. Oh, okay.
We have Angela Wright. She said, I agree with her.
That's you.
Yes.
Okay.
Priscilla AJ said, good topic.
Okay.
Helena
Thank
came
you.
back again and wrote, as women, we cannot tolerate an
An abusive man. Mm-hmm.
A man that abuses a woman cannot be tolerated at all.
Oh, wow.
Elsie said, you. I don't know who. I guess it's
okay.
me.
Yeah.
And Elena wrote again, our parents endure it all and they believe in being submissive regardless. Our generation is totally different. What makes it different is that we are more educated.
That rather opens
Bishop.
Yes, sir.
for us to be able to.
I'm
be
coming
more
to you.
tolerant.
Yes, sir.
You are the judge. The yes or no, and you have to come out.
I would say there are certain things we must tolerate, and there are other things. The deep one that can damage the marriage must not be tolerated.
So what if I cannot? Before you come in with the reasons why you're saying that, those that are intolerant, what do I do?
With the intolerance one, let me give you some of them.
All right, let's go.
Number one, for the sake of time, my sister has said, and my brother has also said,
Okay.
there are certain things we must not tolerate. One of them, especially if you want your marriage, when the man has vices, or the woman, what do I mean by that? He drinks, he steals, and he's also going out with this thing, another man or woman. The more you tolerate, eventually it will damage your marriage. But find nice way to solve it. If I say don't tolerate, it doesn't mean that go and tell him, oh, if you do that, Bishop says I should not tolerate it. Therefore, walk out of this if you continue. No. Find means to solve the issue. That is why we'll go about. I know you will ask the question, how can we help them?
That's right.
People to tolerate that. Number two, anything that take time and attention makes you not the first person in the life of the person, the second person in the life. Because I've seen someone, the husband or wife is not the first person in his life.
Oh yeah.
There is not even the second person.
Only position.
At times, friends and some other things have taken the position.
It's true.
And number three, when a man or a woman want to keep you from your family. I'm talking about godly family. Some people don't want you to, too domineering to understand that they don't want you to even call your own children to call you, your family members to call you, someone to call you. Taking you from your distance. I met some kind of relationship to understand that the man, before he married the woman, has having classmates and friends. Ever since he married the woman doesn't allow him to talk to anybody because of insecurity, not even a male, let alone another woman.
Wow.
So the man is a prisoner now. Either the woman alone or nobody else. Would you have to tolerate this?
No.
It is better you are already in a prison. If I am talking to say, hello, how are you? Why have you not been coming to church? Or somebody will call me and I'll pick up a phone and call, cancel the person and pray with the person. And your partner doesn't want you to, any woman to call you after 6 p.m. or 5 p.m.
But can we work on that? Can the two, when you fall into that situation,
That is the
can that be worked on?
That's right. Because you are only working on that because you don't want to tolerate that. Because if you want to tolerate that, eventually you become a prisoner in the relationship. Another thing that we must not also tolerate, then we look for a solution to it. A man or a woman who abuses you often, emotionally and physically. We are not a pass woman. And at times insultive words in the presence of your own family member and friends, and they don't care. Insulting you. Should we tolerate this?
No.
A man, number 5, a man or woman who doesn't compromise at all. He will not bend. Either his way or no way. If you live with such a woman.
Too commanding.
Very domineering.
Right.
Dominating. Doesn't take your advice. If I say don't tolerate, I mean find solution to that situation. The word intolerance simply means let's find solution to that. It doesn't mean that go and tell the person that Bishop says, if you do that, I should not tolerate, and you never hear it. No, please, that's not what I'm talking about. Point number 6. a man or a woman who constantly lies to you, not one time, constantly.
Right.
Whom were you talking with? My brother. And yet, later when I look at the number, the one that you're talking is not your real brother. Where is the money that I put here? I've not seen it. And yet you took it. Constant lying. Living with such a man or a woman. It allows you to be afraid of the person. Not only that, it's a red flag that you have a problem in the marriage.
Okay.
A man or a woman who makes all the decision without asking your opinion. The relationship become master and servant relationship instead of a co-partner. Master and servant. He doesn't even. But the major problem, the reason why I'm saying this is that at times I can't say this vividly because because people are watching it all over the world. Certain places, culture plays a role than Christianity. So I'm not going to impose my faith on other people.
Right.
Yes. Am I making a good point here?
You're on point. You're making a great point.
A man or a woman who doesn't respect your boundary. At times, certain things you don't want to do it, but he will force you to do what is against your wishes.
Right.
And you cry within you. A man or a woman who belittles you in the appearance of your other family members, and at times, certain words he says even to you in front of you. Ayako Jim Kakra now why do you understand what I'm saying? I don't mean don't get me wrong for saying
the way they approach.
That's what I say. I have for you to when him Kakra when him the approach and how you say it.
It's really off.
Find nice way to say it. A man or a woman who is fond of threatening you.
Wow.
A man or woman who disrespects you. Who doesn't support you at all. And a man or woman who is jealous of you. Not that you've done any bad thing, but he's just jealous of you.
Oh, so can your own wife or husband be jealous of you?
Some people
some people are jealous.
Some people are jealous.
Wow.
Even when, I don't know, maybe because of insecurity or because of the kind of job you are doing, because of the money you bring home, because of certain things. But it all comes as a result. There's no too much communication can also cause that. A man or a woman who is unkind to you, we must find nice way also to solve that. How can you live with a woman or a man and you are unkind unto him or her? I've seen a relationship when a man contributes something, a woman contributes something for the upkeep of the home. And the woman fell sick, went into hospital, he was admitted 2 to 3 months. At the hospital, the man went there and requested for the rent and the part of her money.
Wow.
I don't know whether you understand where
I understand. I understand. But
and if our car the brand I mean could I brought that hospital.
but the avoidance here, what baffles me a little is that can that be worked on, because that is the weakness of the spouse. And so when you are going out with that person, can that be worked out? Can you not work on him or her until she comes out of what you don't want? That is where the tolerance comes in here. When you break into our Christian circles, onto the religious circles, let me put it this way, that's what you say is patience. Because you are going to work out on the person. We are all coming from 2 different backgrounds with different characters, different upbringing. But this is where tolerance is much needed in order to work out on our weaknesses. Only and when time that I will approve that one should back out, one should not tolerate, is when maybe your spouse has threatened to kill you. You've had maybe 1 or 2 attempts that you know clearly that this woman or this man will kill me or can kill me. Maybe it was in first attempt, it poisoned your food. Another time maybe a knife or a gun or something, or conspire of people to come. With that, then the advice can be given. I will give the advice that back out. But apart from these 2 things, I will say remain and work it out.
Yeah, but when we use the word tolerance, intolerance, it doesn't mean that you should not stay with a man.
Okay.
By finding solution to that situation.
That is it now. Yeah, to clarify to our viewers very well, because other than that, others may have it when we say don't tolerate, then it means you should just go out of the relationship.
Necessarily means that
walk out of the relationship. Yes.
It means that don't allow that thing to be repeated.
To go, okay.
So how do I
work it out?
Work it out. We are not talking about divorce.
Yeah.
Because anything that you tolerate, anything that you allow, it will eventually it will remain in the marriage.
Yeah, it will go on.
And the last, let me add this one: a woman or a man who cannot acknowledge you in the public that you are my husband, you are my wife. I don't want to go with you.
Wow.
No.
It happens.
It goes on.
Certain places you don't want people to know that he or she is your wife or husband. Times it shows what you might have said to certain people over there, or you feel ashamed of me. Am I making a good point?
Or you are having extramarital.
Good. If I say don't tolerate, try and find solution to that.
Okay.
That is exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying walk out of the relationship, because if we dwell on it tolerating, eventually it will kill you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Bishop Alexander, Apostle TK, and Miss Araba. I'm going to take my last question. With all these that we are saying, okay, all these things we are saying, the examples, the attitudes, the characteristics, all these points that are stated about tolerance, we have made our cases straight. Now the next question is, how can we tolerate our spouses? How can I help my wife, or how can my wife help me tolerate him or her? I am too lazy in bed. I do not appreciate what you do to me. I do not respect you. You do not kind of show me the truth. You always lying to me. You are not being responsible enough. How do we solve all these? How do you help your partner? Na yasaka musanya me yadum and then sister Leno. Mama you know Basu has a 4229 Park Avenue. So we are inviting each and everyone to Sister Eleanor's mother's funeral today at 4229 Park Avenue, 9 p.m. sharp. So all sympathizers and friends, this is the time to join and also help us say a very special farewell to our dear beloved late mother, Mrs. Ishan. And it's also a beautiful reminder to you that come May 10th, it's a special Mother's Day occasion coming on your way. It's the Super Mother's Street at Maestro's in the Bronx. Let your mom know her value. Let your mom feel so special. Who is your mom? Is that your father? Who is your mom? Is that your husband? Who is your mom? Is that your real mom or your stepmother? Who is a real mother? Is the person who cares and there for you. So what he has here? Let's make our case. Thank you, Rabbi. And July 3rd is the all-white boat ride. This one is a yacht cruise, the summer yacht cruise. This is something people have been yearning for. Me pacho this year, dear no me describe it. This is an 800 capacity yacht. So you can imagine what we are bringing to you is far different from all those that you've been with. This year's one, no, and Yagro and Yankwadasam, Etimipacho, just make time with us, and this year let's all do it together. Yes, you can grab your tickets now. Sorry, the tickets are not available, but just save the dates. We have 2 dates so far. We have July 3rd and that of May 10th. Save those dates. You mega. Okay, are you ready to go? How to solve it? Baby. Back to the studios. This program is proudly sponsored by Belexa Decorations, Heaven Legend Decorations, Park Banquet Hall. Sania come say Bibia cause come Sadia. Not just a no near Dinkra Radio, Dinkra Multimedia, live in the New York State. Okay, Apostle, are you ready?
Yes, please.
Yes, let's leave. We are going straight.
Yes, yeah.
The maximum time I can give to anybody here, the maximum I could do is 1.5 minutes.
Okay.
We are wrapping up. Thank you.
And what is the question? What do you say?
How
to be tolerant?
Yes.
How can you practice it?
How do we
can one
practice it?
Okay.
Relationship. In other words, we are helping those people.
Yeah.
How they should practice tolerance in their marriage. No matter how.
For one to be
before you come in,
Yeah.
there's a special message coming from a special person here. I think I have to read it. This one I'll read it myself. The way you talk to him or her with patience, the person listening, and it brings peace in your message. This one is coming from
Irene Tutu.
Irene Tutu. That's why I had to read it myself. Mama Irene, did you say thank you today? Let me know, please. Thank you, some call from Nancy. Okay, I was my uncle.
Yes, I will say, how to be tolerant. If if someone wants to be tolerant and to be able to keep his or her relationship moving on to the right way, first the person must look up to God. The reason I said the person must look up to God is that we are all faulty men and women learning from Christ. That's what the Bible says. We should look up unto Jesus. Christ at a point in time demonstrated a high sense of tolerance. In the book of Luke 4, when he read the book of Isaiah 61 in the church, in the synagogue, that he said what Isaiah said has now been fulfilled. The whole assembly rose up against him and said, they forcefully forced him out of the synagogue, and they nearly threw him into a ditch behind him.
That's right.
But Christ walked ahead, went through the crowd, all right, and went and left quietly. Why was he able to do that? Because he knew them. He knew their intentions. He knew. He was expecting that he would definitely, that is what they will react. So he did not fight them. One, to be able to tolerate, you don't fight others who disagree to your opinions. Don't fight them. Be quiet to listen. Be ready to teach.
Okay.
You quiet to listen to them,
and be ready to teach.
And be ready to teach.
Be quiet to listen.
To listen and be ready to teach.
Okay. Wonderful one.
If you are able to put up this, you will always have a successful relationship.
Thank you. Apostle, your time. And you remember my wife.
Thank you.
Ade, none emotion, my body. That I need a Mebaja ukasa na wakasa na yemi da mebo nyuma ma. It is all kasa yena ma mbo nyuma ma waje sa kuya ma. Eti mebaja convince me. I was odi I don't know. That then you know many imagine you waka na wate. Miss Esther Araba, sorry, Mrs. Esther Araba Mensah,
Yes.
aka Vice President. Are you ready to convince me?
I am.
Thank you. Let's flow. Oh, so sorry. A special brother of mine, Rabbi. Big shout out to you. I said, brother, I'm so much enjoying your show. Thank you very much, Rabbi. Say a big shout out to the family for me. I tell them I miss them so much. Okay, Yango Araba,
So the same
convince
question
me.
for me?
The same question for you.
To
How to solve
how
it?
do you practice it?
How do you practice tolerance, or how do you solve intolerance in marriages?
Yes. How can we practice it in our relationships?
first, I'll use the word respect,
Good.
and second, I will take obedience, and thirdly, I'll go for submissive.
Good point.
Being respectful, you'll be able to change that person.
Okay.
And being submissive, you listen to them and you see where they fall short in order to be able to address it.
Oh, okay.
And also, what word did I use again?
Obedience,
Obedience,
submission,
submission, and
humility,
respect.
respect.
Yes. Being obedient. If you remember yourself to know who you are to that person, brings obedience. That this is the person I stood in front of the church or in the presence of God
yeah.
to say, Owomo and Kwemo.
For better, for worse.
And by saying so, you have a responsibility. So you'll be able to look on that or based on those words that or the promises that you made in order to make corrections to be able to,
Thank you very much. Your point well made. I'm convinced I have to give you some music. I know this is one of your favorites. Today I'm only playing your favorites, so if I don't play your favorites, it means I'm still not convinced though. Eba! Eba! Okay, let's go on. I know wherever you are, you're enjoying this one. It's not just to enjoy, but just be educated. You see, we just don't have to listen all the time. We just have to make sure that we put what we listen to use. Abba. Bishop.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How do I practice tolerance in my marriage?
To practice tolerance in your marriage, I believe you are also going to play a song for me, please.
Yes, I know. No, I know what you want. If you're only able to convince me.
Number one, get to know your partner better.
Wonderful.
If you don't know your partner better, you can't practice tolerance. Some people, they don't know their partner. That is why when they see the weak side, the dark side of their partner, they get angry.
I never knew you like this.
You did not even get to know the man or the woman better. Because when you know a man or a woman better, I'm talking about knowing his strengths and his weaknesses. There are certain things you can tolerate. That is point number one. Number two, accepting his or her flaws. If you want to tolerate someone, you must learn to accept his or her mistakes. If you are not ready to accept his or her flaws, you will not tolerate. Very important. You overlook some minor flaws and accept them. Number three, to practice tolerance in your marriage, understand that your partner is also an individual and he has a way of doing certain things. So accept him just as he is. Number four, to practice tolerance, communication. Communicate more with your partner. It will help you to know him or her more. The more you don't communicate, you don't know who he is.
Right.
Number 5, realizing that one day doesn't mean that bad marriage. One mistake your partner does doesn't make your relationship bad marriage at all. Have this at the back of your mind, and you'll be able to tolerate what he did. Number 7, listen. People who are intolerant don't listen to whatever their partner wants to say. Because already they have already made their mind up. They are adamantine. They have proven to be adamantine. Number 7, if you want to practice tolerance in your marriage, spend quality time with your partner. Find time every day or even in a week. Sit down to communicate. Bring out some views. It will help you to know why he does what he has been doing. It's a way of. Number 7, if you want to practice tolerance, another point is that don't join his or her tantrums. He may even flare up and say so many things. No matter who the person is.
Don't retaliate.
Don't retaliate. And always know your partner by knowing his or her temperament as well. It will also help. Number 9, learn to compromise. If you want to practice tolerance, compromise. If you don't know how to compromise, you can't practice tolerance. Number 10, avoid arguing with your spouse.
Unnecessary arguments.
Or avoid it.
Avoid it.
Avoid even if it's necessary. Avoid it.
Oh, okay.
And number 11, maturing in Christ also builds tolerance. When you grow in the Lord, there are certain things you have the patience to accept. And number 12, right counsel from right people. Certain people, when you tell me pan this idea where you me when you don't get right counsel, it can flare up.
When you don't talk to good people,
good people
can help you solve your situation.
That's right.
But rather inflate.
They rather add more fuel to already burning flame. And the last but not the least, number 12 or 13, learn to forgive each other. Forgiveness will allow you to tolerate. When you don't have forgiveness, you can never tolerate your partner. And if you do that, the marriage can last. And until death do you part.
Until death do us apart. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm convinced then that I have to give him something wonderful.
Oh, my pastor.
Pastor,
Hey, is that a song you're playing for me?
you passed before you started.
How can I express?
Oh, okay.
I know his money, your thing.
So old school.
There's a brand new one coming from Joe Metal. He calls this one my everything.
How can I express my gratitude?
Oh, the man it nails up for me.
Was a man to say thank you.
I just want to seize this opportunity to say a very big thank you to my wonderful, super acoustic, the indefatigable, the able delivers. In fact, I just want you to know that today you guys are spectacular. The delivery is excellent. And today I'm going to give you a Valentine treat. I own everyone a chocolate.
Tolerate. Oh.
You are everything.
I got you, Jai.
You're my provider.
You Nancy.
You are my banner.
I got you right.
You are my hero.
It's a special one to you,
Lord,
my listener, my viewer.
everything.
Baby. Miss Deborah Intri just joined. So sorry about that. Today is so much. So I will advise after the show you have to rewatch. Ah. Ebe. Okay, let me go to the fun times. Araba, this is the funny time.
Okay.
That is the last part. Okay, this one we call the quick action. When they throw and punch you, boom, you have to answer.
Hey.
And it's a yes or no answers, no explanations.
Oh wow.
I caught my spouse red-handed, cheating on with another person. Baby, this is the first time your spouse is doing this. He or she regrets doing this. Afterwards, apologizes to you. See him or her in action. In action. On the act at the same time. Are you going to tolerate after realizing that your spouse feels sorry? Yes, no, yes, no,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
You're going to forgive her.
Yeah, I'm going to forgive.
Okay, I read it
sorry.
to. I read it to. I would tell you. Arabashos. Action in the act. Cut and camera. Or that's so right in action. Are you going to tolerate and forgive?
Yes, I will.
Hey, that's how I do. Nah. Love Nelly says, well said, Bishop. Thank you for educating us and the other girls. You guys. Oh, you did wonderful. Okay, okay. The other guests on air, you guys did wonderful. This one is coming from Love Nelly. Okay, and let me take something from before I come to Bishop. He said, knowing your partner, forgiving the partner, being submissive, good communication, avoiding unnecessary argument is a way of dealing with tolerance. Bishop, now I turn to you. If you help me answer this question,
I would 120% forgive him or her.
what was that?
Based upon what you said.
Watch ya, then.
If the person genuinely said, I'm sorry.
Okay, what if it's not the first time and the
give us a
person?
little
and-
I will still
Time to
forgive.
explain.
You find
Because the
out
greater part has been forgiven by God.
by God. So
Yeah.
Greater part.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Every morning I ask for forgiveness. Genuinely, if the person is saying from the bottom of his or her heart, it can be deduced. It can be seen. And we must work with that love. Let me tell you, there is no relationship one would never offend the other.
It's true.
We offend in words, we
Right.
offend in act, we offend in deeds, we offend in attitude, but we must work. Successful relationship is not about marriage, it's about knowing how to forgive each other.
oh wow. Knowing how to forgive each other says my.
That makes marriage last.
That's right. Forgiveness. Even listen, even if you see the person feel kadochi in action, hey, on the act, you still have to forgive. So those of you who are planning, even the Bible says, and once you see the person in the act or the person cheats on you, the Bible even gives you the chance to divorce. You see, you need to forgive. You see, Joyce Bank goes like, oh gee, I will forgive you. Thank you. Brakwame comes on the way with nice show, bro. Thank you very much, Brakwame. I salute you. My next question. Your partner embarrasses you anytime you go out with him or her to the people around, and he finds it so hard to accept his faults or her faults after you complains. Now, Ooh. Would you ever love to go out with a person again to any social function where you are expected to be, or you will deny him going because of what you fear of happening? Apostle.
Yeah, I will still go to where I'm expected to go with him, but knowing who he or she is, and knowing that he or she has that kind of bad attitude, I also know how to also go about my things in order not to in order not to give the chance for him or her to insult me in public. And I will work on him, because that is the tolerance.
Bullseye. And Yaraba,
Yes.
are you going to still go out with him to public functions where both of you are expected to be present, knowing for sure that he's going to embarrass you?
You said if it
It's been
It's
continuous. It's been
yes.
consistent. He keeps doing that.
So-
And he doesn't accept his fault to stop.
yeah, it's everybody have a limit of what they can take.
Okay.
So to a point that I will stop for some time. I will not go to be embarrassed in public. And I will sit back at home and try to, work with it before I go out with him again. So it cannot happen again. Because being disrespectful in front of people or in public is very hard to endure. So if it keeps happening, I will sit back and let him go. And when he starts to complain, oh, you don't come with me. Why you don't come with me? Then I'll give him the reason that this is the reason. So sometimes people do stuff and they don't even realize what they're doing, to be honest with you. Certain little thing triggers and they will just go off. So when he or she sees that, oh, you're not coming with me, it's not happening, because some people love to be with their partners wherever they go. But if they don't go with them, it's like, oh, they're empty. They want you to come. So you not going is drawing their attention. Oh, I need to stop. Because this is taking the joy and the love and the happiness away from me. So I need to work on it. Yes.
I want to buy a bullet car for somebody as your Valentine's present. Who would that be? Who will be my Val? If you want to be my Val, I'm going to buy you a bulletproof car. And I'll play you Shatawale music. Okay, Daddy.
Yes, sir.
Would you still go with him or her? Would you still go with Mama Gladys?
I will take both advices that they've just said, but if I have anything to add up, it depends on you, the person that want to go with him or her, your maturity as well in the law, whether you will be able to endure in case something of that sort happens. Would you be able to control yourself without avoiding any argument publicly with your partner? You must also weigh yourself, because at times your partner is doing that because of temperamental issues. The person can be choleric, or can be some people don't know how to behave or act. And know your temperament, whether you can handle that. Because any temperament anybody is having has its strength and weakness. Maybe that could be his weakness. Then how do I even counteract the weakness of my partner in order not to disgrace myself as well, or bring a cachinnation or fight in public for both of us? Then sit down, assess yourself, all these things. If you know you can handle, then you can go with. Than always fighting outside with your partner and crowning both of you yourself. Well, that one, I'm not. If I will only go and it will end up fighting and all this cachinnation, I'd rather not go. But if I would know where my partner is coming and my maturity level, I may know how to handle it, I will still go. Maybe both of us are needed. So my point is, don't let at the end of both of you going become sour. This is what I'm trying to mean. You regret for going with your partner. So find solution to that if you intend going. Cushion yourself. This is what I'm trying to mean.
Thank you. Yeah, don't know who more bro you. Yeah, that was it. Do you know I'm singing at church tomorrow?
That will be
what
fine.
voice? That would be funny.
That will be fine. That will be fine.
With which voice? That's the biggest question. Okay, fine. Now while we are moving on, we are signing out. Just a quick reminder that the all white boat ride comes on your way July 3rd. I know you're saving your date is going to be $50. There's no couple package, but there's a VIP treat. And this year we are having one of the greatest artists rapping. So be ready. Just get your $50 cash ready. As soon as the tickets are out, we shall be giving free 20 tickets to people who will be going online to buy the tickets. So just get your $50 cash ready. All white boat ride. This time it's a yacht cruise, summer yacht cruise, and I know you're going to make time with it. And your mama's value. Who is your mother? What are her capabilities? What has she done for you? What have you done in return? And how do you even appreciate your mom's love? When we talk about mother, it's not just who gave birth to you. Even your sister can be your mother. Even your brother can be your mother. Your husband, your wife can be your mother. It depends on the relationship, how you keep it. It depends on what you get from the person. So what you say? I was even once a mother to my own mother.
That's right. That's right.
And that was serious.
That was you, yeah.
So that is why it is time to give your special person a treat. That is why we are coming on your way. Mother's Day special. Let your mother know her value. So when we say a mother, we are not referring to who gave birth to you. We mean the special one in your life. The family that you value. You can even come with your kids. It's still allowed. Just reserve your table now. Yes, just call on us now. 929-331-8560. $80 single, $150 couple. And we have special one for the family. And the VIP is $200. It comes with some special drinks and special treats. And remember, it's about drinking, dancing, eating, and everything that is involved. Okay, a friend visited me. And I asked my wife to cook for us. And then, unfortunately, I know that my wife does not know how to cook. And this is the situation that the family that are coming wanted my wife to cook because they wanted to eat something from the house. In this case, my wife cooked, and after the food, it was too much salt. They are here. How are you going to solve it? Quickly, quick, Yapon.
I think this has once happened, and what you will do is that if you know you love your wife and want to cover your wife, and as a tolerant person, salt is too much in the food, you can say, Maggie or Rose, add more salt to it. Bring me more salt.
Right.
You see, so you know, then you fat salt into it. Just a little to it. That's all. The blame comes on you. It is no longer your wife.
That's right.
It is you. You have added salt, too much salt to it.
I think you solve it all.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you. Save your wife from the glory or from the shame, and that is it. That's how we do it. This is the last the Drive Time show. We are signing out today. Thank you very much for being part of today's edition of the Drive Time show. In fact, we made it successful through your effort, through your prayer, through your love, through your time, and through your contributions as well. We duly cherish you, value you, appreciate you for all your loving and exclusive comments and submissions that came on our way. My name is His Excellency OG. Today I hosted Bishop Dr. Alexander Dujemfi, Esther Araba Mensah, and Apostle TK and Edwin Abreu. Tolerance in marriage and relationships. I hope you enjoyed it. Make life with that. God bless you. Keep shining until we meet again same time next week. Keep shining. Remember that the best makeup you can wear is a beautiful smile on your face. Same time next week somewhere. Keep smiling. I love you so much.
Keeper of the gates of wisdom, please let me in. Keeper of the gates of wisdom, please let me in. Nyame di danu suso nunkwani mijen, mekom no bini miche, micho menyo. Nyame di makumeni na be manunsu, ono korano be mamiabre, my bro. I need someone to call my home. I need someone to call my home. And I need someone to call my home. Yeah. I need someone to call my home. To hold me down. Yeah. To hold me down. I know, baby, to hold me down, just for me to hold me down.